Good morning, everybody. I'm going to do a hodgepodge of different things today, but one of them is I got my little baby out here, and I finally got some diaper pins, and now I can't find what I did with the one newborn diaper, cloth diaper that I got at a thrift store or something. It's missing now. So she's wearing a baby washcloth as a diaper. Anyway, I cleaned her up just a little bit with nothing more than paper towel and room temperature water. I was scared to death color would come off, and I got most of her stuff off. Of course, this one stain here that's blue, I don't know, you could almost say, oh, that's a bruise or something. I don't know. But she's doing all right. She's not got her outfit yet. I still haven't found, chosen, loved a newborn going home layette. So we're working on that. Anyway, that's all from a dolly. Did I name her? I don't think I did. All right, here's the other thing I've got going today, and it's what's for dinner. So 3 o'clock, 2, and one more. 3. You got it in you. Okay, it's a 45-year-old clock. So anyway, I've got just a little, I'm not going to make a giant pan, but a little, it's not a 9 by 13. What would that be right under a 9 by 13? I'm going to make lasagna. So this is all I had. All I'm using is things that I already had and needed to be used and that kind of thing. So I don't like this. I bought 2 of them last time, so I'm going to go ahead and use this last one so it doesn't go to waste. I like the other kind better, just the regular you cook them. So I've got pepper, salt. This needs to be refilled, but olive oil. I've got some minced onion, some Italian seasoning, some pepper. Oh, twice. Okay, I put one of those away. Some tomato sauce, some diced tomatoes, some pasta sauce, some ricotta cheese, some hamburger, ground beef. I found this in the freezer, Italian style, and I need to get I've got some mozzarella. Let me get that out. Got 3 open bags of mozzarella already shredded, so that's going to go in there. Well, at least one of them, probably more. What else do I use? See, if this ricotta, I used to use cottage cheese, and I liked it fine, but one of my kids said, let's go ahead and do ricotta, and that henceforth has been how I do it. So I'm going to go ahead and build this. Well, first I'm going to cook this ground beef. I cleaned my oven, so that's what I need to do. I'm not sure why I decided to get a pot instead of a shallow frying pan for this, but this will do. And then I can put the sauce in it. So I did that on purpose. I want to put the sauce in it after it was cooked. Then I can just pour it from the lip of this pan. I doubt you can see this. It's 70 degrees in the summertime. Yeah. Kita, sing it with me. She sings in her videos. All right, hamburger's done. There was no oil in it, so I added some, because this must have been one of those lesser fat kinds I bought. What is it like? I don't know. You know how you have fat to, whatever the ratio is, it was low. I'm sorry. I've got my onion chopped up here, over here. And, well, it's like a half an onion. Here's what I left over. So I'll put this in now. There we go. I'll let those soften some, and I'll start over here with stacking what I need in the pan, the baking pan. All right, here is what's in it so far. So the diced tomatoes, half an onion chopped, some garlic, Italian seasoning. I wanted it to be spicy. I kept tasting it, and it was bland to me. So I added extra garlic, and I added about a teaspoon of red peppers to kick it up a notch. It's got salt, black pepper, just olive oil. That was the sauce base. It didn't have anything in it. It just says traditional pasta sauce. So that's fine because I added the meat, that pound of ground beef. I'm going to give this a stir and just let it keep doing its thing. All right, so the sauce is done. It's right here. I got some ricotta, Italian style cheese, and mozzarella, and I have more mozzarella. I lined this with the no cook oven ready, it says. Oven ready lasagna. And I had to break the last one kind of in half the long ways as best I could because I couldn't get 4 in. And this is a smaller pan than I usually use. It's not a 9 by 13. It's whatever is under that. What is that, an 8 by 11 or something, maybe? Okay, so I did the pasta. I did the ricotta. I'm going to do some beefy beef and saucy sauce. And here's the first layer. Pasta, ricotta, meat sauce. It's ground beef and sauces. You saw me make that. And now I'm going to put on some Italian-style cheese. There we go. What is Italian-style cheese, you may ask? Let me show you here. It is, I'm going to put my glasses down. Oh, shoot, they're in the other room. Freshly shredded, low moisture, part skim mozzarella, not smoked, provolone, Parmesan, Romano, Fontina, and Asiago cheeses. What is not smoked? Oh well, oops. I've got a nice healthy layer. Now I'll start with more of the pasta. It's a fat layer of sauce, and it's that cheese that you saw with the Asiago and the mozzarella and all of that mix. And I'm going to save just plain mozzarella for the top because the other one had mozzarella in it too. This ricotta came out of the freezer, so I'm going to just throw away this last ball rather than freeze it again, and I'll just buy another container the next time I need it because I think it lacks. It's not as good after it's been frozen twice, is what I'm trying to get. Okay. I can't remember. Did I tell you that I sprayed this pan just for ease of cleanup? Usually, for whatever reason, it doesn't stick to the pans, but you never know, and I thought I'd go ahead and try it. Last of the pasta is on. This is the sauce that I have left. I got all that sauce out of there. Now I'm going to just spread it with the back of a spoon. All right, it says on the package of these oven-ready lasagnas that the moisture in the sauce is what softens the lasagna pasta. So I tried to get it so it covered all of there's a peeky peek right there, see? I don't want anything out there in hopes that it'll all get soft. I just don't trust it. I used it once before and I remember thinking it had a different texture. I think the last thing I have here is mozzarella. We got the cheese love all over, and I just found this Parmesan in the fridge. And finally shredded Parmesan cheese, it says. It feels hard. But yeah, Parmesan is hard, isn't it? Okay. So anyway, we'll see what we're going to do next. Now I'm done. I found just a little bit of this in the drawer in the fridge, and that'll just give it a little bit of color, you know? Okay, I'm going to stick this in the oven now. I'm going to cover it with nonstick foil first so that it doesn't make the cheese too dark before the pasta does whatever it's going to do. She's ready to go in. I'm just going to put the oven on 325 and let it go for an hour. And then I'm going to take the lid off and see what it looks like and see if I need to give it a higher temp to let that cheese get all, you know, bubbly golden. Okay, I just took off the foil, so now it's going to cook. All right, she's done, and I have a piece right here. It's bigger than it ought to be, and I've made some salad, and I'll do the bread. There we go. That is my plate. That's way more than I should, I know. But I have the settle down, Kendra. I have the lasagna. This is just lettuce and tomato. I like to have a bite of, boy oh boy am I scattered. A bite of lasagna with a bite of salad, and that's just plain sourdough bread. I didn't put anything but butter on it. That's it. Thanks for watching, everybody, and my scattered self. Take care, and subscribe if you never have. I'd love to get to know you. Say hi, thumbs up, that kind of thing. Thumbs up.